That was somebody. That's somebody I could actually like ask, like, hey, what do you think about this? Oh well, man, yeah. Hopefully he sees this. Hey, Spagel. Hopefully you see this in 2024 and know that I miss you, buddy. Hopefully who knows, hopefully by then, before 2024, you are part of, you join one of the streams again. Who knows? What I do know is that our next SB is called Cheese with Expensive Tastes. Wait a minute. Does a cheese have expensive tastes, or do you have to have expensive taste to eat the cheese? What could it mean? Euclid again. After reading this, I'm gonna get myself some water. At time of writing, 7 kilograms of SB1622 is at site in a cold storage chamber which superficially resembles a sunlit wooden pantry. SB1622 is to be alone on its shelf. Other shelves in the same chamber are to carry varying amounts of Pule, Gold Stilton, and Casio-Cavallo Puerto Rico cheeses. On no account are the other cheeses to be removed from SB1622's chamber. Transportation to and from testing is to be carried out solely by D-class personnel on a gilded platter of pure silver with a dish cover of the same. Let me actually ask my cousin if he's fine. He called me yesterday. He called me today. I hope he's good. Sino. There we go. Testing itself is to take place in a specified chamber, furnished to resemble any restaurant with 3 Michelin stars. All Balaenoptera musculus migration routes are to be monitored by unusual activity. Any persons attempting to harvest milk from a Balaenoptera musculus are to be interrogated as to their purpose and administer Class B amnestics. Can we make the rule of SCP Wiki, if you're going to give the Latin name of any animal that you actually put down, go fucking milk a blue whale? But yeah, can we make a rule that from now on, if you put the Latin name of any animal, just put in brackets the normal name of the animal, because again, just like with chemistry, not everybody is deep within that and will immediately be like, oh yeah, of course, blue whale. Like with the phobias and diseases, that's fucking fine. Like that's something that helps you to look. Maybe that's the logic with the Latin names of the animals too. Like, it makes people like look it up, be like, oh, what does that mean? What is that? And then you learn, like, oh, okay, now I know that the Latin name for blue whale is Balaenoptera musculus. Okay, now I know. Maybe that's the reason why they do that with the Latin names. But I also feel like you can just, in brackets, put down, that means, this means blue whale. SB1622 is a semi-hard cheese made from the milk of Balaenoptera commonly known as the blue whale. Okay. Okay. You got me there. Once again, I was too eager to say my shit while the next sentence literally had what I was talking about. Let's make the rule. Let me change the rule, okay? Let me fucking change the rule. Instead of like, this is fine. Instead of like, they now said what it is. I'm going to ask you to do that again, but this time, put the brackets commonly known as the blue whale to the first time you mention the Latin name. In the special containment procedures, it says already the Latin name, like right. This is the first one right here. Yep. Yeah, the first time it gets mentioned is here. So this bracket right here should be up here. Oh, at the same time, it might just be because I'm an impatient bitch. So you don't have to listen to me, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying because I don't want to look like an absolute asshole and an idiot. It is white with a smooth, slightly grainy texture. Taste testing with D-Class has determined that it is universally palatable, complementing and enhancing dishes of all major flavor profiles. Kind of what like a lot of the whale hunting and shark hunting companies hope that they can. That will be the reaction with shark fins in the soup. All subjects tested have described SB1622's flavor as delicious, perfect, etc., but have been unable to precisely define the exact taste. And that's why people want to fucking milk a blue whale. Tests revealed no anomalies in the chemical makeup of SB1622, and it's currently believed that the process of making it is the source of its effect. Despite years in containment, SB1622 has not rotted. SB1622. Oh. Didn't mean for that to happen. Is it on right now? Like, hold on. Huh. Okay, well, I'll deal with that. S1622 anomalous effects, aside from the taste itself, center around its storage, preparation, and consumption, and will not manifest when the total cost of preparing a meal containing or consisting of SB1622 is greater than $97,250 US. This includes the average cost of ingredients, all furnishing in the environment in which it is served, the utensils used in preparation and consumption, and the average restaurant price of the dish that it has been used in. Footnote says, it is unknown how SB1622 determines the average restaurant price of dishes, but it has so far been consistent with Foundation estimates. A hypothesis that SB1622 absorbs this information from the environment in a manner similar to SB759 is currently under investigation. Subjects consuming SB1622 in this fashion demonstrate no unusual behaviors aside from a marked dislike of other cheeses. This is believed to be due to the superior flavor of SB1622 and is not considered anomalous. SB1622 anomalous effects manifest when preparing for a cost lower than cost lower than $97,250 upon initial consumption of SB1622. Subjects will react as though they have been slapped firmly on the cheek with an open palm. Despite this, most subjects will continue to eat. After the initial slap, subjects will show significantly lowered intellect, decreased self-consciousness, impairment of linguistic skills, and an inability to understand social norms. The strength of this effect is inversely proportional to the total cost of preparation. The quantity consumed following initial slap does not cause the effect to increase in strength. So you always have to make sure that everything that you have to get above that cost. Okay. Otherwise you get slapped silly. Literally. Okay, the quantity consumed following the initial step does not cause the area. Addendum 1, recovery log. On several reports of extremely odd behavior among residents of several towns in the northeastern United States came to the attention of the Foundation through a standard data sweep. Questioning revealed that all affected civilians had eaten at several restaurants in the area. Searches of the area yielded stores of SB1622 at all restaurants mentioned, as well as 3 that had not been. The current cost limit of SB1622's effect was extrapolated from the purchase records of all civilians that had consumed SB1622, as well as the total cost of the restaurant's furnishing. The owners of the restaurants reported that they had received SB1622 as part of an experimental survey from Foods Incorporated. Foods has no knowledge of any survey. Class A amnestics were distributed in a cover story disseminated involving mercury poisoning. Yeah, you gotta do with that. Display experimental log. Okay, 4 experiments. All tests mentioned below take place in a testing chamber furnished according to the containment procedure unless otherwise noted. The total cost of furnishings equaled $56,280. So you already got a decent amount done, but now you have to just get you still have to spend almost a solid $40K just to like not get the SCP, the anomalous effect happening to you. God damn. Subject D1. SB1622 baked into a fruit tart. Notable ingredients include premium newberry melon and edible gold leaf. Served with gold-plated silver utensils on antique china. So the US cost of that leads to 98,623.85. Subject remarked that the tart was the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. When asked to describe the exact flavor of SB1622, subject was unable to elaborate further than delicious. Expressed a desire for more and refused other cheeses when offered. No other effects. The result of this test will be used as a control as we slowly lower the cost of the dish. Now this makes sense. Cheeses of rich taste, right? Because you need to have spent a shit ton of cash just to eat this cheese without, you know, get slapped silly. And once you have this cheese, you don't want any other cheese anymore. I wonder. We gotta test this. Get everybody from Switzerland and everybody from Wisconsin together. Have them try this cheese out and see if we can still love our fondue and other cheese. See if we can still sit there and be like, look at any other cheese and be like, yeah, I'll eat it. D1 again. Same recipe used in previous tests. So for stainless steel utensil on generic ceramic plates. Oh, now we have just under 95. Right? This is just under. Oh, never mind. You so yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have like 41K almost to spend. But yeah, now it's just almost 2,000 under. Subject once upon initial consumption. When questioned, mentioned a brief sensation of being slightly stabbed on the cheek. When asked to describe the hand, subject said that the hand was thin, when a glove was soft material, remarked that the towel was just as tasty as the other time. Subject then attempted to leave his chair and exit the room, stating that the air in the chamber was stuffy, and expressed surprise when guards stationed at the entrance restrained him. IQ tests administered prior to test showed an average score of 125. Tests following consumption show an average score of 111. So yeah, looks like he became a little bit dumber, but not like extremely dumb. He just forgot a little bit that he's part of an SCP test. Thunder, rain, and lights. Superfluous logs redacted. Subject D22. A single slice of SB1622 is used in a cheeseburger. Meat and bun were both supermarket brands served on a generic ceramic plate. Yeah, so this has not increased the cost by a lot. It's like, yeah, like 16 bucks, 17 bucks almost. Upon initial consumption, subject head jerked to one side with enough force to topple the chair. Subject continued eating cheeseburger off the floor. Subject then removed his shirt and began to lick the plate that the burger had been served on. Had to be forcibly restrained and removed from the testing chamber. Subsequent IQ test showed a drop of 54 points, and during interview, subject experienced extreme difficulty using words that were not nouns or verbs. So okay, basically, the farther away it is from the cost of 97,280, the sillier you get slapped. Superfluous logs redacted. D47. Subject allowed to remove chunk of SB1622 from cold storage with bare hands and consume it in the corridor. Total cost $95, including lighting and towels in the corridor. Upon consumption, I have a bad feeling about this. I have such a bad feeling about this. Upon consumption, subject lifted off his feet by an unseen force and landed on his back. Confirmed deceased. Cause of death determined to be extreme blunt force trauma to the face. Physiological changes noted in subjects, including a much more prominent brow, bending of the spine, and increased muscle mass in the arms and chest. God damn! This one didn't got slapped silly, he got knocked the fuck out. Okay, this is a good one though. You gotta admit, this is a fun one to like. This is a fun one. This is what happens with stand users. One moment you're just standing around, next thing you know, falls over, deceased. And you're like, what the fuck just happened? I saw this guy just eat cheese and he died. He got sent flying and he died. How in the... Nani the fuck? How?